Hello and welcome back to this series of short videos on the Intopia simulation. In previous videos we talked about licensing and R&D, and now I'm going to cover something called patent pools. Okay, and these are available only in some versions of the game, where and the administrator will tell you whether that's available or not. But what the patent pools do is it allows teams to share research and development efforts. In other words, to share the scientists and knowledge that goes from developing new technology. Okay, and one of the things that this does is it expedites the transfer of patents between teams. So while we looked at licensing before, remember that took a period for things to go through. This allows for the instant transfer of patents between teams. So when you do research and development in one period, all teams will be able to produce the particular grade in the next period, or when the research and development is done. Now again, this means that you lose some competitive advantage between individual teams because you're sharing research and development, but it certainly allows for some strategic alliances to develop between teams, and so that they can collaborate and perhaps accelerate research and development. The basics of patent pooling are as follows. You have a pool coordinator, which is one team, and then you have a couple of different pool participants. Right now, at least in this version of the game, you're allowed to pool with 3 other teams. Okay, so you can put them into a pool for any product. So let's say that the pool coordinator is team number 1, and we have 3 other teams, 15, 18, and 25, that are going to participate in this pool. There's a couple of different things that'll happen. So in this case, we've got Team 13 as the pool coordinator. So what Team 13 does is it gets money from Teams 2, 3, and 24 via service payment. So Team 2, Team 3, and Team 24 will send money to Team 13 via service payment, which we saw how to do before. So it's sent to the home office. Team 13 will get that cash and then invest it into research and development. Okay, so even though it's a miscellaneous income for Team 13 via service payment, that money goes back out as an expense on research and development. So this is a contractual agreement, so the teams will invest an agreed upon amount into R&D. So Team 13 is the one that does the research and development. So they spend the money, and they will receive the patent on the output at the end of the period. Assuming that their research and development is successful, they'll see it on their output and will inform Team 2, 3, and 24 that their research has been successful. Team 2, 3, 24 won't get it on their output, so they won't notice that until they hear from Team 13. But what happens is I transfer it to them at the beginning of the next period, so they're able to produce. So if all of this happens in period 1, so Team 13 does some research and development, they get the patent, so they can produce in period 2. So can Teams 2, 3, and 24, because I've expedited the transfer of the patent to them at the beginning of the next period. Okay, I will also collect a service payment for Team 13 for the administration of the pool. Okay, and now to do this is fairly straightforward. It's under Special Services. You register a patent pool using this form here, and you can see there's this particular team. Team 1 has a pool in X and a pool in Y shown down at the bottom here. The pool expiry, usually I put a limit on this of 6 periods. In other words, patent pools are meant to be long-term arrangements, not short-term things like licensing. And in this case, we have 1 member in a Y pool with Team 1, and we have 3 members in an X pool that's going to go for 16 periods. So Teams 3, 4, and 18 are all in this pool. Okay, and that's how you register a patent pool. Okay. Lots of time patent pools are an interesting aspect of this game, because it allows teams that are similar to cooperate during the course of the game. So that's what patent pools are all about.